Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
How's it going? Good to see everyone.
Good to see you.
Lee, it always interests me returning for a season 2 because season 1, you've never played these characters before. You're kind of fleshing everything out. What is your mindset returning? Are you focused on your character? You focus on overall storyline? Like that interests me. What's that like?
Well, I mean, one way you could look at it is that the first season is just an excuse to get to the second season, because in the first season, you're really learning what it is, like what this is, like what this character is, what this world is. And on a world of this scope and kind of imaginative scale, there's like a real like tonal thing we figured out throughout the filming of the first season. So the second season, I think we were able to kind of have more fun with it, to be honest, like play in it. And
Laura, I feel like season 2, I mean, one of the things I love about Foundation, we're so kind of distracted all the time with our phones and everything. And this is the show where, like, you got to put your phone away because I feel like you're going to miss things every time with Foundation. I feel like it's more layered this season in terms of, like, there's just more happening in each episode. Do you notice that when you're reading the scripts for that, Laura, for season 2?
Yes, definitely. I think because season 1, you have to kind of like lay the ground. You have to have the kind of simple things explain, like who are these people? What is the galaxy? Like what are the planets? And then now we have that knowledge, and then kind of, like Lee said, it can get more playful. It's kind of like, and you already know the characters, so you know if they kind of act weirdly, so you go like, oh yeah, hang on, maybe there's something going on there, and maybe that's a little game that's happening there, and kind of like, so it's a lot more fun for us, and I think it's going to be very entertaining for the audience who've watched season 1.
Absolutely. And Lee, is one of the best things about being kind of a storyteller, being able to dive into all these different worlds, but also play all these different characters, whether it's, Marvel, whether it's this, whether it's bodies. Like, is that the best part about being a storyteller?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the best part. That's the funnest thing about being an actor, is getting to play in all of these different, characters. And in it, you can kind of examine humanity in a way. That's would be a serious way to do it, but it's more like, I mean, look, we were like in the Canary Islands, dressed as the Emperor of the Galaxy, and Demerzel like walking up to the vault to deal with Harry Seldon. It's immersive. It's like, and David is saying, okay, up in the skies, you've got, this many warships, and the battle is happening right there, which we can't see in that moment, but actors of this caliber, we can imagine. It's like play. It's fun. It's like back in the sandbox again. And
I mean, this show is amazing because you kind of like one day you get to think about saving the galaxy, kind of like how do we save the planet, and then there's a next scene that's about the like, why is my husband or my wife so annoying? Like, this family is not like, he drives me crazy. Kind of like, it's the small things and the very everyday things, and then the huge scope of it all, like how to save a galaxy.
100%. And, season 2 of Foundations premiere on AppleTV Plus July 14th. Lee, Laura, so great chatting with you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.